Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So nothing really got going yesterday. What we do have, I just want to get these levels in, and there are so many of them at this area. So just give me a sec. I just want to get 3 of them in at least. Should probably do this before we start the videos, but then you wouldn't see what I'm doing. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm just picking up the fractals here, which are most logical, and that one is fairly close to this one, so we'll leave it. So that is those are the levels that we've got. We broke through that, and that was pretty much when was that? On the 2nd of Jan, I think. We'll get to that on the lower time frames, and then we sort of have formed this. To me, is looking like a flag. Oscillators are grouped to the downside, granted, and we are in an uptrend. There's no debate about that. But as I said yesterday, are we in a channel, or is this a break of the range and we're busy with the retest now? It does look that way at the moment if you look at what's happened here, but we'll get to this on the lower time frames for now. So let's just get down to the 3 hour, and while you smash that like button for us, 3 hour pretty much this week has been very volatile. Got onto the 150 EMA, and then we've just gone sideways. So yesterday was no difference. It was up and down, up and down, up and down. We did test these two levels twice. So that's 16,626 and 16,641. I am just going to move this level onto this pin bar. I think that pin bar, well, let's put them both in because there's 2 pin bars, and pin bars for me, the tails of the pin bars are very, very important. Can't stress how many times you see price reverse on those tails. So we've got 2 levels above us. That's 16,659, and then we have 16,683. So those are the 2 levels above us. This is a strong zone of what was support and which is looking to be resistance at the moment. So oscillators, no real help there, and we're in between all the moving averages in the 3 hours. So range is to be expected when you're above the 150 and below the faster moving averages like that. So when we drill down, this is when it starts becoming really, really interesting. So we do have a pin bar, but this was after hours trade for the DAX, and then the US market fell off quite sharply, but the DAX didn't really move. So it's still closed up 45 points. So this is a range to me. There's nothing else to it. What I'd be looking for right now is a rejection in one of these areas. We're on the hour here, so I'll be looking for rejection in one of these areas from 16,659, 16,641 and 16,626. This one up here is also probable, which is 16,683, but that's it breaks above the moving averages then. So that kind of gives me this above and below the moving averages that we've had since the market really opened this week, apart from the 3rd of Jan, which was just a straight fall. Now, if we just get to the 50-minute, obviously that's where we want to be playing around. Have a look at the logic. The logic is fairly sound at the moment. We are below the 150, and for as long as we're below the 150 EMA, the trend is down. It doesn't matter what's happening below it, the trend is down. You're looking to be short, you're looking to be short off structure. Now, yesterday we said leave it alone, and this is why I said leave it alone. It was looking, we had a major area of potential support, and then we also just signals were there that you needed to worry about a range, and that's pretty much what happened. Now we've got non-farm payrolls coming out today, later this afternoon, so that could impact the market as well. Personally, I think what you're looking for, and it's going to be really messy, there's another swing low level here, which 16,592. So we want to see if that gets rejected. As long as we stay below the 150, I think it's safe to assume that we are probably going to be looking for a break. If we start getting up above the 16,640 area, Yeah, 16,640 is probably the safest bet. We start getting above that and start building a base, then shorts are off. Then I think you need to watch for the next move up and the retest, or the retest should I rather say, and that would give you the opportunity to get in long. But for now, we could continue sideways until non-farm payrolls comes out, or there's something brewing in the market that we're not aware of, and we're going to see a pretty sharp fall. So nothing concrete just yet. I think the only signal that we have, this was looking like a potential reversal, and this break here is what started it, but then we rejected this zone right at the 150 EMA again. So my gut is telling me, for as long as we're below this, the high of yesterday, we are definitely looking for something further down. One thing to point out is we may be, just do this on the hour. So yesterday we formed a higher low, which is there, and there is the low of this 3rd of Jan, and that low sits here at 16,488. So that has some fairly interesting significance, because if we drop below that and we come back and retest that, that is going to be your trigger for the shorts. So can't really pay too much attention to yesterday's low because it's a higher low. You're looking for that low. So yeah, could potentially reject up here in one of these levels I've given you, come down, test this bottom area. It will test it, it will bounce off here, so that's where I would take profit at 16,488. It would come back, and then you'll have to look on the 15-minute to see which area. Just do this. So you'd want to be looking on the 50-minute to see where it's going to bounce off. So could bounce off this pin bar, probably will bounce off that pin bar, or a little bit higher than that. So that would be the strong signal for me for a short, is a break below the 16,488. For now, set your alerts into one of these levels higher up and see what happens. It could actually just be this one, to be honest, 16,592. So just drift low in pre-market trade, come back, reject this area, start rolling. That's going to be your signal, and you're going to be looking at a 60 to 70 point stop loss and looking for a 100-point gain. Okay, anyway, that's it for me today. I hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you on Monday. Cheers for now.